Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're continuing off with the DLC case. We're doing the Day 2 investigation. So let's continue here. September 22, 1:48 p.m. Write anything, agency. What? So the whole time traveling thing was just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception? Yeah, looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it. Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? I wonder how much that must have cost them. I have no idea. But if you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up if you ask me. You got that right. I'm sure I would have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back. Hey Maya, are you all set to go? Yep. Ready when you are. So, what should we start with? Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. But other than that, it seems like, that what Ellen told us was actually all true. So what really matters right now is the identity of the mysterious person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So who is this mysterious person? That's the million-dollar question, I'm afraid. But if we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key. I think I'll take the toilets for $200 instead, Mr. Wright. Well, at least there was only so many people on that airship that night. And we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too, so that's good. You mean the groom, Soren Sprocket, right? Exactly. He might know something that could help us out. So then, what am I doing here? Oh, Larry's here. I'm a very busy man, you know. Well, all of the other people involved are Soren's, family members. So I thought I'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh man. I have a really tight schedule, but... ah heck, what are friends for, right? Okay, pal, go ahead, ask me anything. You do remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? The incident. I want to go over exactly what happened, before I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get it all straight in my head? If I gotta. Okay, so the first reception was held at 7 p.m. on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right? Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. And then they locked me up in a cabin. It was awful, I tell you. Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after this first reception around 10 p.m. Ellen was attacked in the reception hall by Gloomsbury. He forced her out onto the Vista deck and was just about to kill her. But Ellie fought back and ended up killing old Gloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw together a second reception. That's what Edgy is claiming anyway. But I know my Ellie didn't do it. The key point here is the mystery person Ellen said she saw strike Gloomsbury. Just before she passed out, did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day? Nope, not a soul. Because I was locked up in a cabin at the time. But you managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched the lantern in the event hall with the lantern in the hold, right? Did you see anybody then? Nope. The place was completely deserted. I guess because that Pierce Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere. That makes sense. He must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So clearly the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything ready fast, and had that second reception soon after that. Then after that second reception, Ellie went to clean up the reception hall. And as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I brought up. But there's one thing we don't understand still. If they covered up the whole reception, then why did Larry draw like a dinosaur flying outside the window? And it looks very similar to that picture that was outside the blimp too. That's what I don't understand here. I tried to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happened. We still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. We'll just have to look into it, along with the identity of that mystery person. The cabin. So while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in a cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? In the cabin, let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl flying through the sky. That's pretty unusual. Yeah, this what I was talking about, right. That drawing of that pterodactyl you saw. What's with all the air quotes? I really did see it, I swear. But Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened. Which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Oh. Are you doubting the eye of a super popular picture book author? No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook that for a flying reptile. Nick! You're making me doubt, my own eyes. Now I'm not even sure what I saw. The drawing Larry made, he probably mistook something for what he claims is a pterodactyl in this picture. Either way, you have no idea what actually happened at the real scene of the murder. That's right, and I can say that with every confidence. Oh wow, would you look at the time? I better go. I have a book signing to get to. A book signing? Whose book? Whose do you think? It's mine, of course. It's a Larice, Doxnim book signing. I bet you went around and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one. Oh, of course not. They're the ones coming around to beg me. Looks like I guessed right. Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day, alright? 10? That's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you the bill too, of course. Just put him down as office expenses or something. We'll see ya. Wait, Larry, we don't need... he's gone. I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed. Oh boy. Trucy's not gonna like this office expense. There goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick? Right. We should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen? Sounds good, boss. I bet I can cheer her up. I thought you were going to help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was going to practice her new, trick on you, if I recall. Oh, me, really? Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know. You can leave the case to us, so go ahead and run along now. Boss. Off you go, Athena. No, I don't want to die. We better get going too, Maya. Okay. I love that Maya's theme plays during this detention center. Let's go see. Yeah. Go see Ellen at the detention center. Oh man, I feel bad for Ellen. She's still panicking. September 22, detention center. Visitor's room. Oh, my poor, sweet Soren. I wonder how he's getting along without me. Hello, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Wright, what's gonna happen with the trial? What do you think? Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find this mystery person you saw just before you passed out. Do you think that person could be the real killer? It's quite possible, and if we can prove that, we can clear you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Soren is right now? He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by evening. I think I better go have a chat with him later then. Why am I being treated to a view of someone's underwear? Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Soren? Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. So I thought he might be able to tell us something. How could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Soren would never kill anyone. Oh, all right. Just calm down. No, not if you're accusing my Soren. Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pen and ladle down, alright? Really? You can cross my heart. So for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? I better be careful not to provoke her. Soren. Could you tell me about Soren? There's nothing to tell, he's squeaky clean. Oh, alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Soren right now. Let's talk about something else then. Fine, but you won't hear a peep out of me about Soren. Talk about pulling teeth. Pierce Nickety. Could you tell me about Pierce Nickety then? Pierce. He came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. As the family butler, he's now in charge of everything in the household. So he's their head butler, and he's only been with them for a year. I'm surprised by that. Only a year ago? Did he have some kind of special connection with the family? I'm just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid. It might have been Soren's order, but Pierce is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have quite a bit of authority in that family. But no matter how good he is at his job, how could anybody gain that much influence in a single year? Yeah, exactly. Phoenix said it before I did. I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler. Wouldn't that explain it? Is it really as simple as that? What you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Pierce said Soren was the one who ordered the whole thing. I still can't believe it, even if the second reception was fake. Soren would never use time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know? I heard there's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something about something, he wishes he could change. But isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time itself a little fantastic? I don't think so. After all, Soren said real time travelers do exist. Really now. You think he knows someone who actually traveled through time? That's right. I haven't seen it personally, but Soren said as much. So I believe it. Somebody who actually traveled through time, huh? Pretty hard to believe. Thank you, Ellen. You're going out to do your investigation now, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Please make sure you don't cause Soren any trouble, okay? I'm afraid I can't promise you that. What? Oh no, she's gonna start crying again now. Please, whatever you do. Please don't upset my poor Soren any further. I'm begging you. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. Oh, I couldn't bear it if Soren ever came under suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself! Wah! Yikes. Ellen, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Soren to worry, do you? No, you're right. And the floodwaters recede once more. So what do we do now, Nick? Well, Ellen said Soren is usually in meetings until the evening, so let's save our house call until then. Why don't we go to the mooring dock and figure out our next move from there? Roger, Nick. September 22. Sprocket Park. Mooring dock. So, where should we start? Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor. I know, we haven't looked at the Vista deck or the hold yet. Hey, you're right. We still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? The Vista deck is the actual scene of the murder, right? And the lantern with the body in it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations. Do we know how to get to the hold? Good question. I think it was labeled in that diagram of the airship in this pamphlet. There it is. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. And, guys, look at this right here. You see this? This thing. You see this? And the bench here that's crashed. This looks a lot like Larry's picture, look. Look at Larry's picture, you see that? That's what Larry drew. And then you see this right here, this. I'm pretty sure this is this thing. Wow, that sign really got smashed up. There were some really high winds yesterday. And they say that that bench was blown right into the sign. Wow, I wish I could have seen that. If you'd been there, you would have gotten blown away by the wind too, you know. That sounds kind of fun, actually. Don't tell me you never tried to use an umbrella to fly when you were a kid. I think I'll take staying alive over fun. Thank you very much. Investigate the hold. Okay. Hold. Flying a chapel. Hold. So this is the hold. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb. Hey, Nick. Weren't we supposed to need a keycard to get in here? Huh? You're right. I wonder why it was unlocked. How's it going, Mr. Wright? Oh, it's Emma. Okay. Emma, what are you doing here? Just a little independent investigating for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp. Ah, so the door's security system was turned off for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright? Yeah, sure. The police has finished their examination anyway. Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then. Oh, right. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever way back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. The police inspected already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. An elevator. If you do go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it, thanks. That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am. Well, let's get this show on the road. Let me talk to her, the incident. Any progress to your investigation? Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved with the cover-up, so it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me, but here's the thing is, the prosecution would have a really hard time, charging Ellen with the murder in this situation, considering that everybody else helped cover it up. Because everybody else could be part of this too. They could be on this as well. There isn't much time left, so I've got to make do and see what I can turn up. Okay. Let's see what we can find here. These are the flowers that we saw earlier. These are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo. The petals make them look like little gears. Perfect flowers for the Sprocket family, huh? Maybe they were going to shower the couple with the petals. You mean, kind of like how, people throw rice or confetti? Yeah, like that. Only, these were found at the scene of a murder instead. So this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive. And it's all rhythmic, like a heartbeat. It's a little heart of the flying chapel. Look at all those huge gears spinning around, and around, and around, and around, and... Oh, I think I'm starting to get dizzy. Yeah, me too. These must be the dishes and glasses they use for receptions. Very fancy. Bet we'd be in big trouble if we broke any of them. Oh, I want to see Nick. You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them. Nick, you think I'm going to break them, don't you? Let's just say your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help your case. Oh, it's a cake, Nick, a cake. It's so big, they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they? If you're that in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out. You mean it's not real? Well, it sure fooled me. I was sorry to have some, that I'm really craving cake right now. Come on, Nick, let's get some. Maybe after the trial is over. These things. So there are 2 male Pega-Bull lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female Pega-Cow lanterns. Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Didn't he see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring if you ask me. And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry. And Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime. Yep, Larry's been a witness in several other murder cases. Oh, Mr. Wright. You know that lantern and the victim was found inside in the reception hall. I'm just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it. Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look too once you're done fixing it. What's this bell? What's that, a wedding bell? According to the pamphlet, it's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds. I guess they disassemble and store it away here in the hold when it's not being used. Oh look, there's a lever to the lift Emma told us about. Let's try going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Here goes nothing. Wait, I'm not even on it yet. Blood. There's blood on this. Hey, Maya, stop the lift. Whoops, sorry. I got a little carried away. Never mind that. Move over a little. Oh, okay. Is that blood? Yeah. Blood, let me see. Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury's blood? Well, this lift goes up to the Vista deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion. But I thought the victim was clubbed to death and that there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I better take a picture of this. A bloodstain that was found on the side of the lift in the hold. It's unknown whose blood it is. So, what does that mean exactly? Why is there was no blood found on the victim? So where did this bloodstain come from? Whose blood is this? I should ask him about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now? You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There. Done. I want to find out some more about that bloodstain. But for now, I guess we should go up to the Vista deck and take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves. The view must be great from up there. I bet it'll be awesome. You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder. Okay, to the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick. I know. Okay, I'll just flip the switch again and away we go. Okay, we're on the Vista deck now. Wow, look at the gorgeous view. So this is where Ellen was attacked, and Mr. Gloomsbury was killed. Eesh, one wrong step and it's kersplat on the ground below. Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge? Well, I don't see much of anything over there. The police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to. Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick? Oh, of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. Investigate the hold. Huh? It looks like there are some fingerprints on this candelabra. Yeah, I just got done dusting that. I was able to pull a set of left-handed prints. Do you know whose prints they are? Yes. The prints belong to the victim, Dumas Gloomsbury. Nick, I just figured out something amazing. You did. Get this. If the fingerprints on the candelabra were from his left hand, then Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been left-handed. Wait. A note found near the victim's body. The writing is smudged as though written by a right-handed person. Grab Ellen when convenient and send her off from the Vista deck. So he didn't write that then. What do you think of that? Do I have the makings of a great detective or what? You're a real silly Sally if you thought that deduction was in the anyway encyclopedic. Hey, you're pretty good, Maya. I looked into it myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really, I got it right. Awesome. Good for you, Maya. Good for you? That's all you've got to say? I think you did a great job, Maya. Way to go. I guess one can never have too much info. Now you're talking, But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took of the hold, is it? That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? That candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that then. It's still possible it has something to do with the incident, though. I better add it to the evidence file just in case. A candelabra from the hold, bearing fingerprints from Gloomsbury's left hand, which is his dominant hand. Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like. You're giving this to us? Sure. I have 4 other sets. Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. I still have to investigate the hold. The candelabra. Emma, can we check out this candelabra a little more? A little more? What do you mean? Oops. What happened? I almost dropped the candelabra, and the candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence. Wait a minute. Now what? One of the pins that holds the candles is broken. Yeah, it is. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. There is. What makes you say that? Call it forensic investigators' intuition. We already dusted this for prints earlier. So let's test it with luminol this time. Knowing Emma, she'd use every test she has at the same time if she could. Just hang on. This will only take a second. I hope this turns up a new lead somehow. Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. Whoa. What's all this blood doing on here? Candelabra from the hold, bearing fingerprints from Gloomsbury's dominant left hand. Traces of blood were found on it. Could this be the murder weapon, actually? Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up for the reception. These pins are pretty sharp. But if one of the pins is broken, it means there was some force involved. You think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. Yeah, and Gloomsbury didn't get stabbed, so somebody else did. That's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. It's from the blood stain from the lift. Emma, about this blood stain, doesn't something about it strike you as odd? What's so odd about the victim's blood? That's not exactly. There's just something about it that bothers me. Now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. The bloodstain. About this bloodstain. What about it? There's something about it that's been bothering me. Oh yeah? What's that? Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene lift, and a bloodstained candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. I guess that is a possibility. Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time? Are you kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science. It'll be done in a jiffy. And the results are in. That didn't take long now, did it? It seems that blood from the lift and candelabra are from the same person. Bloodstain that was found on the side of the lift. It matches the blood on the candelabra. What does that mean? Stained with the same blood found on the lift. Well, the victim was clubbed to death, and there wasn't all that much blood. But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood... Well, this is just a guess, but... What if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with the candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge bloodstain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra. But if there was that much blood, Lily... That much blood, somebody got stabbed good. Oh my goodness, if that's true, then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder. Yeah. It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Ellen's statement about a third person. Emma, could you have this blood analyzed? Sure thing. mysterious bloodstain on a candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This just might be the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It might be worth taking another look around in there. The reception hall. The forensics team is in there investigating right now. Oh, they are? Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else. Good idea. We could go question some people. Especially Soren. I have quite a few questions for that guy. Sounds good, Nick. Off to do some legwork then. Yep, I thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters. He was accompanying the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now. Great, thanks. Later, Emma. Okay, let's go to Soren's house then. See what's going on over there. September 22, Sprocket Manor. Foyer. I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is. Just don't touch anything. I wasn't going to. She was definitely going to. I was told I had guests. Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. Soren. You're Ellen's lawyer, right? Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me. Will Ellen be found guilty? We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? Soren? Alright, fine. What was that pause all about? The cover-up. It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right? What large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us. You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. Ellen thought that through the power of the timekeeper you built. He traveled back in time. Ah, so that's why there was 2 receptions. Wait, he didn't order it? Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I have to delve deeper here. Time travel. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who was behind it all? Pierce Nickety stated in court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out. Pierce said that. I see. I leave him in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides, in essence, my decision too. That's stupid, so it's Pierce's decision, not yours. So I take it that you didn't know anything about the cover-up. That's none of your business. Well, no, it is. Because it's important to prove Ellen innocent. But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row. And still, you claim to know nothing? I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave. Oh my god, he's being so annoying. But with Soren. Ow! Oh, there's something written on this paper, Airplane. Let's see. Go away. It doesn't get clearer than that, huh? He's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I can grab his attention somehow. There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. I think it's his sister's picture. Sis. I'm sure your sister would want the truth of this case to be known. How rude. He's intruding on the private lives of others. A part of your job as a lawyer? Oh, I apologize. Guess showing him the picture of his sister wasn't such a good idea after all. Okay. Okay, Larry's drawing. No. Heck, this guy really doesn't want to talk, does he? Soren, have you ever seen this before? That's... Oh, look at how nervous he's getting. Soren, what is it? Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too. Soren? Nick, look at his stomach. He's bleeding. Somebody help. Soren's collapsed. He got stabbed? Master Soren, get him to the hospital quickly now. What? Poor Soren. That must be one serious wound. What is it, Nick? Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is... Huh? What's this? It's Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital. Oh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what's written in it. Don't you? Come on. You know you want to take a peek. Soren's notebook. What to do, what to do. Better to take a peek. I feel guilty snooping around somebody's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a look, a little look-see. Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas. Huh? What is it? Did you find something? After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically. Like how? Well, ever since that date, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life, as in every. Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary, but this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either he's really compulsive, or maybe just plain forgetful. But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change. Well, why don't you let me take a look at that and I'll tell you. Hey, Maya. Let's, let go or we'll rip it. Heap. Now look what you did. You dropped it. You should have just let me take a look. How is this my fault? Oh no, Nick. And here's the thing is, he's... Okay. So, about Soren. Is Soren wrote in his notebook, like, after March 8th, like, a detail of his, like, you know, personal life. And, like, everything about it. And when I say, like, everything, I mean, like, he's writing in detail, like, everything that goes on in his day. That's not normal. And I think there's two reasons for that. One, it could be for the time machine, or two, he's maybe experimenting with time travel and he wants to, like, remember everything, you know, for a certain date, maybe, to go back in time. And the second thing is, he could be using it as an alibi. So, believe it or not, people actually do this in real life. Criminals have actually used journals and diaries as alibis, because they'll write in their journal or their diary, like, everything that they were doing a specific day, and they'll try to give that to the police and use that as evidence. But unless somebody else corroborates it, you can't really use it as evidence, but criminals think that they oftentimes can. Okay. Heck, it fell into that pool of Soren's blood. Can't read a thing on these 2 pages now. Uh-oh. You're gonna get it now. Ugh. I guess it really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. We can't let anything else happen to it, you hear? Soren's notebook, a database-like notebook that chronicles the events of each day in minute detail. Huh? Hey, look, there's something else sticking out of the notebook. Soren had been writing nothing but ideas for his inventions in this until March 8th of last year, when he abruptly began to chronicle the events of each day in excruciating detail. However, details of the day of the murder have been rendered illegible by a bloodstain. And his sister might have died on that day. That's what might have changed him. It looks like a newspaper article. Oh, the RAL company heir dies in crash, the car crash. Let's see. It's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. Yup. That's the day Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow. What else does it say? It says the driver at the time of the accident was Dumas Gloomsbury. Oh. It says Soren was in the car too, and he had sustained severe injuries. Oh, if Gloomsbury was the driver, there's a motive right there. It's just like Pierce said. Soren completely changed after the accident. Newspaper article. A clipping of the newspaper article detailing the car accident that resulted in Selena Sprocket's death. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility of Soren holding a grudge against Gloomsbury. You think Soren could have... I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. Though he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. Sprocket Park. Mooring dock. I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Ah, Mr. Wright and Miss Fay. Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincere apologies. It was totally understandable, really. But shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine, the other servants are with him, and I'm in constant contact with them. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? I must return to Master Soren now, but... Did you want something of me? Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the bloodstain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally when Master Soren gets it back. Thank you. Soren's notebook given to Pierce. I trust you did not look inside. Oh, of course not. Haha. Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. I just noticed something that he did. That pocket watch. That pocket watch. It's the same pocket watch on her desk. Look, on Soren's sister's desk. Look, that pocket watch that he had, I recognized it because it had kind of that red star on it. And he had it. Pierce has the exact same pocket watch. Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. The cover-up. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. I have nothing more to say on this matter. Look at the look, see it? The pocket watch, look. It's that one, it's the exact same one, it is. I don't know what it means though. Why does he have her pocket watch? Yeah, I don't know why he has her pocket watch. That to me is just, strange. Right. The accident. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident? Where did you find that? And did I not already tell you about that accident? You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time. Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. No, he purposely left that out. If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moment she thought of Master Soren. Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. Well, he might have kept him on because he wanted to kill him. Because working for him would have put him in a position where he can easily kill him. Selena's last moments. So you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moments. Yes, in my professional capacity. I'm the professional here, not you, Pierce. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. And what kind of party was it? It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Who was she to be engaged to? Gloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selena and Master Soren's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on what was to be a day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through. But Miss Selena, she... The last words Miss Selena said to me were... Please help Soren. Ever since then, I've attended Master Soren and tried to help him in any way I can. I bet you that he was Selena's fiancé. That's how he moved up through the family so quickly. That's how he became the head servant. Yeah, he was probably Selena's fiancé. That's what I think. I see. Selena's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selena was so great, he quit being a surgeon. He was a surgeon. Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both was he? Yes, he was Miss Selena's fiancé. What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So where is her fiancé now? Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself. So Selena had a fiancé. He's the fiancé. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. The pocket watch. It explains how he has that. See that watch? It's Selena's. So are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren? There's nothing more to tell. I can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. But there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it. A vehicular accident on March 8th led to the deaths of Soren's older sister. Soren was also in the car and suffered severe injuries. Gloomsbury had been the one driving. Pierce, have you ever seen this candelabra before? No, I don't know anything about it. No, he knows. He hesitated for a moment. Oh. There we go, Cyclops. Monogatama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those Cyclops and find out what. Take that! Pierce's secret. Pierce. You're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you? It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes. There's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person. Soren Sprocket. Take that! Soren has a rather nasty wound in his body, doesn't he? Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured. Are any of the other people involved with this case injured? Not as far as I know. I see. Now let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world makes you think that? Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were found in this candelabra's step, which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Soren with it. You cannot possibly think Master Soren is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. The newspaper. Yep. Take that! Even though it was an accident, Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sister away. There's still one more lie. Let us suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Soren with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location, for some other reason. Sorry, but I can prove that it was related to this case. Oh, really? Soren stabbing Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injuries to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. The lift bloodstain.
Take that!
A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and the vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows us that the murder was in the reception hall. Soren was there during the crime. Soren's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Soren was at the scene of the crime. You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well. I will tell you everything. Pierce's secret. Could you tell me about Soren's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmised, Master Soren was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is when Master Soren was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Even though Master Soren was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury. And you didn't think to mention this until now? So Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered. So Pierce is saying that Soren was at the crime scene. That he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I am very sorry. Master Soren's injuries and Gloomsbury's murder were not directly related. How can you say that? So I decided not to mention it. So as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation. Now then. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. Yeah, I don't trust him. Pierce should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us all a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is a family butler, after all. He surely didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime. But wait, I just realized something. If Soren got stabbed, why did he never seek medical treatment? It's been like a day, a day or two. Why did he never seek medical treatment? And if Pierce is a surgeon, then he should have known also that he needs medical attention. Maybe he told him he doesn't need medical attention. That's true. One step forward is better than none. So what next, Nick? Let's see. The forensics team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. Reception hall. It looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. I wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around now. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate in this room now? Sure. The police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it, too. Well, I have to be, getting back to the station. Trying to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. We'll be careful. I'll be, seeing you. Bye, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? Investigate the reception hall. What's this? This is where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. I guess it's in police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key? Let's ask the maid about it. Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question? Oh, of course. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about this key? It's the key that starts with the timekeeper. A startup key. That's right. Oh. The first startup of love ceremony was beautiful. Beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together... Oh, how romantic it was. Key of love. A heart-shaped key used to activate the timekeeper. First startup of love ceremony. What exactly did that entail? Oh, it's a ceremony in which a couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake-cutting ceremony. And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned? Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry, I'd better be getting back to my work. Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. Yeah. Hey, I think that tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday, huh? How can you tell? Because the food stains that were there are now gone. I should have known it's because it's food related. Yeah, Maya's always been obsessed with food. It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it? Yeah, if only it wasn't the scene of a murder, we could really enjoy it. True. Must be tough for the maids to have to work on a beautiful day like today. Oh, we don't mind. Oh, I didn't think you could hear me from that far away. We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all the sadness stuck to this airship. Wow. Talk about devoted. I guess we've checked out everything of interest in this area. Nick! What's wrong, Maya? This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it. It would be pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? I was just hoping it had changed somehow, you know, so it would be more interesting. The last thing we need is for things to get more interesting. Hey, take a look at the door. I wonder where it goes. Shall we open up and see? Wait, please don't open that. It's the emergency escape hatch. It leads directly outside. You'll fall to your death. Whew. That was a close one, huh, Maya? I'll say. This is the unbroken Pegable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same, more that they're made up of the same parts. Wait a minute. What is it, Maya? I think there's something off about this Pegable. Yeah, the valve. The valve. Just about everything about it looks off to me. I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again. Hey, I know. It's this, right? What? Where? The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the color of the wheel handle. It has blood on it. That was inside the door earlier. Now it's outside. Look, it's the wheel handle. It's different color altogether. Emma got the inside and outside wheel handle switched around. Oh wow, you're right. And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Right. Which means the blood got on the handle from inside the lantern. The restored lantern is a blood stain on the inside wheel handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern? It's really hard to say at this point. Whew. Well, I think we've checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Soren, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? My notebook. I have to have... Master Soren. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. He's panicking without it. Yes, this is it. So Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Whew. Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. I guess you're right. Now, if you will excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. Alright. There they go. Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. September 22. Write anything, agency. We're back. Anybody here? Oh, hi, boss. Athena, I thought you were with Trucy. I guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Well, it turns out that the third person Ellen says she saw at the crime scene might have been Soren Sprocket. What? Really? I always thought he seemed suspicious. Thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently. No way! I don't buy that. Not for a second. It's a cover-up, I tell you. That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue, but what? It's your job, right? So pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Yeah, but is that really what's best for Ellen? Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. But if we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead. Oh man, either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. So what are you gonna do, Mr. A? Can't let an innocent person get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. Even if it ends up devastating Ellen. What a tough call to make. And still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage. I hope so. I really do. Well, Maya, let's go. Break the news to Ellen, you mean? Yep. Mr. Wright, please take me with you. I bet I could help you counsel Ellen through this piece of bad news. Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be? Do I? Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come now. Let's get back to practicing. No, wait. My body can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me. A lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena. Boss! If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm going to use a real blade on you. Eek! Sorry, Athena, but somebody's gotta do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya. We better get going. Okay. Detention center. September 22. Detention center. Visitor's room. Hello, Ellen. How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright? Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Gloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall? I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you. So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry. I see. I thought it was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen. I'm afraid I had to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out. What kind of decision? This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren. What? In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I'll have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit. No! Soren is innocent! No! But don't you see, if I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty. No! 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 Please, Ellen, calm down. Wow! Sorry, Soren just can't be found guilty. I'd much rather I'd be found guilty instead. Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that. But, no! Marriage is for life, right? Do you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him? You're not married, so how can you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work. But, Nick, you talk to her. Hey, don't just dump this all on me. Mr. Wright, I'm innocent and Soren is too. So please, prove our innocence in court. I'll certainly do everything in my power. I just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. So I guess we'll wrap it up here, guys. We're gonna see where it is, what's going on here, but what's Soren's connection to this exactly? He's somehow involved. Now, is he the true killer? I don't think so. I think the true killer is Pierce, but I guess we'll see. We're going to trial. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.